I've been a Mac user for the best part of 15 years now, so I like to think that I know a lot about macOS, but I still get told things from time to time that catch me by surprise. And that's what we're going to look at in this video. Tips and tricks for the Mac that I reckon most people don't know and that you'll wish you knew years ago. Okay, let's get into it. If you want to get to a folder on your Mac and you know the name of it, but you've no idea where it actually lives, try this instead of searching. Open Finder, then press Command, Shift, and G on the keyboard. That brings up a little window called Go to Folder. From here, just start typing the name of the folder that you're looking for. So for example, you could type Home to jump straight to your Home folder. Or if you've got a project folder or a work in progress folder, just start typing the name and pick it from the list that appears. You'll be taken straight to that folder. You probably already know about the path bar. It's something I've covered quite a few times before. It's the little bar that sits at the bottom of a Finder window, and it shows you the full path for the folder that you're currently in. It's really handy if you need to work out where you are or jump back a couple of levels. But here's something you might not know about it. Let's say you've got a file in this folder and you want to move it into a folder that's one level up. You don't need to open another Finder window or navigate back first. You can just drag the file straight onto the folder in the path bar and drop it there. You can do the same with folders as well, which makes moving things around much quicker. Oh, just quickly, if you also own an iPhone, you might be interested in the Daily Swipe. It's an email that I send out every single day containing a quick tip for the iPhone. It takes seconds to read and implement, and better yet, it's absolutely free. If you want to check it out, scan the QR code that you can see on screen or click the link in the description. Let's say you've got a photo on your Mac, but it's the wrong way around. It should be in portrait, but for whatever reason, it's ended up in landscape and you want to rotate it. Most people assume that you need to open some kind of editing app to fix this, but you really don't. You can just use Preview, which is built into your Mac. Just click the file once in Finder and press the spacebar to open it. Up in the top right corner, you'll see a rotate button. Tap that as many times as you need until the image is the right way around. That's it. You don't need to save anything. Just close the image, and the next time you open it, it will be in the correct orientation. And this works for videos as well. You can press the spacebar on a video to open it in Preview, use the same rotate button in the top corner, and tap it until the video is facing the right way. There are two really useful tools built into Finder for files that are important to you. To get to them, select the file in Finder and press Command and I on the keyboard to bring up the info window. In the General section, you'll see two options, Locked and Stationary Pad. If you turn on Locked, that file or folder is now protected. You can still delete it if you really want to by dragging it to the bin, but you'll get an extra on-screen prompt asking you to confirm. So it's a really good way of stopping yourself from accidentally editing or deleting something that you want to keep safe. The other option is Stationary Pad. This one's great if you want to keep a file as an original but create a new version every time you open it. A good example would be a PDF form or an invoice template. Select the file, press Command and I, and this time turn on Stationary Pad. Now when you double-click that file, your Mac will automatically create a copy first and open the copy instead. That way, the original file always stays untouched, and you can keep going back to it whenever you need to. I'm sure you already know that if you press Command and Tab, you can cycle through all of your open apps. You just keep holding Command, tap Tab until you land on the app that you want, then let go. If you've got multiple versions of the same app open, Safari is a good example, you can press Command and the tilde key instead. That lets you move through all the open windows for that specific app. I like to include tips in my videos to help you save time and get more done, and that leads nicely into the piece of hardware that's been designed to do exactly that. This is the Framer Creator Micro. It's a compact control pad that Framer created in collaboration with WorkLouder, and it's been built with Framer users in mind. If you spend a lot of time building layouts in Framer, this gives you physical control of lots of the actions that you use all day. It really suits that workflow, and I think it makes a great gift if you know someone who is deep into that world. I've been using it day to day on my Mac because the physical buttons are perfect for speeding up the things I already do, like Photoshop tools, running shortcuts, accessing AI tools, or firing off screen captures. The macro pad also includes a full set of replacement keycaps with different icons, so you can swap things around and get it looking and working exactly the way that you want. The build quality is genuinely impressive. It's much heavier than it looks, everything feels solid, and the keys have a really nice mechanical click to them. You also get RGB lighting around the base, which gives it a soft glow on the desk, and there's a rotary dial in the top left that has a lovely stepped feel when you turn it. I've set mine to control the volume on my Mac, which has been surprisingly handy to have back as a physical control. There are presets that you can download for popular tools like Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, and DaVinci Resolve, and if your software doesn't have a preset, you can just create your own. Whatever you decide to use it for, the Framer Creator Micro is sure to blend right into your workflow. It's a really clever customizable shortcut pad that speeds things up on your Mac. I'll leave a link below if you want to have a look. If you've got a few windows open on your Mac and some of them are sitting behind others, there's a really cool trick that you might not know. If you want to move a window that's in the background, but you don't want it to jump to the front, just press and hold the Command key while you drag it. You still grab the window from the top like normal, but holding Command lets you move it around while it stays in the background. Let's say you've downloaded an image, maybe an icon like this yellow arrow that you can see on screen, but it's come down as a JPEG with a white background. That usually makes it pretty useless for most things. The good news is that your Mac can turn this into a transparent PNG using built-in tools. Open the file in Preview. You can either double-click it if Preview is your default app, or right-click, choose Open With, and then choose Preview. Once it's open, select the Instant Alpha tool from the toolbar. That's the one that looks like a magic wand. Click on it, then click and drag slightly on the background. You'll see the background start to get selected. Press the backspace key on your keyboard, and you'll get a message telling you that transparency is being added and the image will be converted to a PNG. Press Convert, close Preview, and you'll now have a PNG with a transparent background. If you ever need to convert an image into a slightly unusual file format, try doing it on your Mac using Preview before messing around with paid software or online converters. Open the file in Preview, then go up to File at the top of the screen and choose Export. Click into the Format dropdown, and you'll see a small list of the most common formats. If the one that you need is there, great. But if it isn't, come out of that menu, press and hold the Option key on your keyboard, then click back into the Format box. You'll suddenly see a much longer list of format options. These are the less commonly used ones, but the one you need is often in here. If it is, just select it and press Save to export the file in that new format. If you ever want to change the sound output on your Mac, maybe you've been using the built-in speakers and you want to switch to some external speakers or a Bluetooth device, you can do it really easily from Control Center without opening settings. Just click to open Control Center, then click the little right pointing arrow next to Sound, and you'll see all of your available output options. If you want to change the input instead, so the microphone that you're using, just press and hold the Option key on your keyboard before clicking that same arrow. That way you'll see both the input and output options together, and you can switch between them quickly. Let's say you're writing an email and you need to attach a file, maybe a document or a PDF that's saved somewhere on your Mac. Instead of opening Finder and going hunting for it, just press Command and the spacebar to bring up Spotlight Search. Start typing the name of the file and you'll see it appear in the results. From there, you can just drag the file straight out of Spotlight and drop it into your email, ready to send. I'm using Mail as the example here, but this works anywhere on your Mac where you need to add or upload a file. In macOS Tahoe, Apple gave us new ways to customize folders, but there's actually been a hidden folder customization trick on the Mac for years. You can replace the standard blue folder icon with any image that you like. Here's how it works. First, download the image that you want to use. Select that image in Finder and press Command and C to copy it. Then select the folder that you want to customize and press Command and I to open the info window. In the top left of that window, you'll see the usual blue folder icon. Click it once so it's highlighted, then press Command and V. The image that you copied will replace the folder icon. And if you ever want to switch back to the normal blue folder, just click the folder icon in the info window again and press the backspace key. That will reset it back to default. Finder is usually pretty reliable on the Mac, but it's not perfect, and every now and then it can glitch. If that happens, there's a really easy way to relaunch it. Instead of just right-clicking on the Finder icon in the dock, press and hold the Option key on your keyboard, and then right-click on Finder. At the bottom of the menu, you'll see Relaunch. Click that, and Finder will quit and reopen fresh. Let's be honest, Siri is pretty useless, whether it's on the iPhone or the Mac. But while we wait for the new and improved version next year, there is one Siri feature on the Mac that I only learned about recently, and it's actually pretty useful. You can use Siri to show you passwords from the Passwords app. So for example, if you need to enter your Netflix password on a smart TV, You can just bring up Siri on your Mac and say, "Show me my Netflix password." You'll be asked to confirm with Touch ID or your Mac password, but after that, it will take you straight into the Passwords app and show you the matching entry. In this case, Netflix, which makes it really easy to grab the password that you need. Here's a really handy tip if you struggle to read text on your Mac and you use a third-party mouse. Open System Settings, go into Accessibility, then click into Zoom. Make sure Use Scroll Gesture with Modifier Keys to Zoom is turned on. Underneath that, choose the modifier key that you want to use, Control, Option, or Command. I usually use Control, but it's totally up to you. Once that's set up, anywhere on your Mac, you can press and hold the Control key and then use the scroll wheel on your mouse to zoom in and make whatever's on screen much bigger and easier to read. Scroll the other way while still holding Control and it will zoom you back out again. So, how did you get on? How many of the tips in this video did you know, and how many were you learning for the first time? Were there any tips that you think I should have included? Drop me a comment and let me know. And as ever, if you found this video useful, do please consider leaving me a like and subscribing to my channel for more content like this in the future. See you on the next video.